Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to my fifth vlog, the Bullet Journal vlog. Today, I will show you my special bullet journal that I made in 2019 with more content. This will be interesting for showing my work to have more ideas for making your diary and bullet journal. So let's have a tour of my journal. Let's start on my journal cover. This cover will feature many photos with the largest in the center to showcase my favorites and memorable moments. On the front, it shows my favorite characters from books, movies, and shows with Samsung's colorful wallpaper. On the back and the first page, it shows my favorite hobbies, places, foods, and artists with colorful spiral wallpaper and colorful diamond wallpaper. Next is table of contents. Here, I listed my moments, topics, and page numbers in the journal to have a guide for choosing the content that you want to look at. In this journal, I wrote 13 sections and I added the additional list to easily search the journal. Coming up is introduction. This journal will provide you with full details of the purpose of discovering my content. I added my brief history of making the journal and the message for you to enjoy reading. It took a few minutes to read my introduction. After introduction is favorite songs. I made my list of favorite songs in Latin American, Spanish, Korean, Japanese, English, and Filipino music to remember and listen to these songs while I am doing hobbies, writing notes and journals, and surfing the internet. Then I made my 40s to 90s English and Filipino song list to hear the classic music, and I made my top song list to have the perfect combination playlist. I chose great songs with great meanings to fit with my favorite songs. With the amazing cover, here are my favorite Latin American and Spanish songs, my favorite Korean and Japanese songs, my favorite English songs, my favorite Filipino songs, and my top songs. Lastly, my favorite parts are the 80s, 90s, and present songs. Coming up is favorite characters. This is the best highlight of how I created the top list to remember my favorite characters from the movies and TV shows. Mostly, I got many Disney characters for the favorites, including Simba, Miguel, Moana, Rapunzel, Baymax, and Tiana, because the stories, arts, and music are interesting and enjoyable together with the family. In this section, I listed the 30 characters with wonderful values and amazing hobbies to fit my personality and good life. Next is movies I've watched or movies I have watched. I created my movie list in a movie strip to show the movies that I watched and to write my ratings from 1 to 10 if the movie is good or bad. When I started watching the music and show marathon, I started watching the movie by myself. A movie marathon is one of my favorite hobbies because I want to discover different stories, arts, history, and lessons. Here, I watch the animation, action, history, fantasy, science, international, and Filipino movies together with some of my favorites because the storylines, art, and action are amazing. Next is postcards. I put it in my best places to have an amazing collection in my journal. I collected many postcards in 2009 to 2011, and I started to pick the wonderful places to recognize the great nature and places in the Philippines. In this section, you will see the wonderful heritage and natural places to explore in the Philippines. Here, I attached the Philippine postcard, Vegan, Mayon, Batayan Beach, Niogao Church, Aguinaldo Shrine, Taal Heritage House, Palawan Rock Formation and Underground River, Boracay, Banawe Rice Terraces, and Paway Church. Next is Episode Tracker. I created this tracker to check the episodes that I watched of each show. I created the episode tracker for 10 shows. At the moment, I just finished watching my favorite show, DuckTales, and the rest of it, I can't finish watching these shows because I need to finish watching one show, change my watch list, and I have a busy schedule. I will do my best to watch these shows if I have the time. Next is my favorite movie review. This is my first time writing a favorite movie review to comment and reflect on the movies. I wrote the synopsis of the movie, my reflections, the lessons, the comments about the music, the best scenes, art, story, and overall impression of the movie, and my reactions after watching the movie. I cropped the pictures and covered some parts to prevent spoilers. Next is About Me section. This section will contain information about me that will allow you to easily identify my favorites, likes, and motto. This will help me understand my life to continue to use it as my motivation and to continue doing my good purpose. I made my list for my favorite drinks, favorite foods, happiness, fears, my favorite hobbies like drawing characters and watching videos, my favorite events, and other favorite things. For the last page, I didn't take the picture for privacy reasons, so here are the rest of my favorites and my favorite pictures. And the final and best part is the motto, which gives a short quote of the goal for myself and others. After About Me section is prayers. I wrote the common prayers as a guide for sleeping, praying at 3 p.m., starting the day, and praying to Patreon saints such as Black Nazarene, Our Lady of Antipolo, and the Immaculate Conception. Next is the checklist challenge. This is an interesting section because I like to check the movies that I have seen. It has the Disney Movie Challenge, the Disney Live Action Movie Challenge, Studio Ghibli Checklist, and my own movie checklist for others and Pixar movies. The most checked item that I mark is the Disney Movie Challenge because I love too many Disney movies. And the rest of the checklist, I checked some movies that I accomplished and the rest I unchecked due to not being able to watch the movie, so I will watch it in the future. Next is the tips and recipes. Here, I wrote it about stress relief, preventing overthinking, gadget addiction, and self-care to avoid distress, overwhelm in doing activities, overcome mental problems, and develop good habits. And I wrote my favorite recipe, cream puffs, to remember how to make this pastry. Next is my favorite experiences. I enjoy writing about my favorite experiences because I want to use it as a remembrance of the favorite events in my life, particularly school and vacation events, to look back in time and reflect my accomplishments and happiness. I made the highlights so that people could learn about my best experiences and growth in terms of riding rides, making friends, taking pictures and selfies, baking, entertainment, and discovering new things, events, and places. Coming up is behind the scenes. This section tells you about my materials that I use and how I made them in my journal. I use it in my notebook with black and colored pens, printed photos, and colored markers to create a great and simple journal. And last is quotes. I put the motivational quotes from Disney characters and the poet's banner from Louisa May Alcott to make a great bullet journal design. These quotes will inspire you to keep working hard, remember your positive identity and talents, and continue making wonderful memories. To conclude this video, I enjoyed many moments making the bullet journal for the first time. The favorites in this part are about me, favorite music list, favorite characters, favorite postcards, favorite experiences, and quotes. It is worth it for me to track my life experiences and memories. I hope you enjoy discovering my special bullet journal. And if you like to see more art contents and journal entries, click the like to show appreciation to my channel. Click the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified of uploads. And leave a nice comment with any thoughts. Lastly, follow my Facebook page, Ron's Artworks and Journals, for more updates. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.